Hi, Dynamic Di here. Wanted to talk to myself and you about self discipline and just how important that really is and why it's one of the driving factors to being in the Winners Club, being the champion, being in success, whether that's the terminology you use for wealth and whether that's the terminology you whether you use that monetary or wealth in your life, like prosperity. If we're not disciplined to have it, how are you going to be disciplined to keep it? And that is what I'm here to help you learn how to do. But before I get even remotely into certain things of that, again, it was just about discussing self discipline because I had a hard week and a half so far. And I do the same steps, I learned the same lessons, actually, probably in a harder sense in some cases. But bottom line is, I mean, I know there are other women out there, particularly in the case that I'm referring to of single moms, who probably are concerned about your next meal plan for the week or the next couple of days. Or maybe you have that eviction notice in your hand and you have a few weeks to figure something out and you're waiting to see if you're going to have the pay that's going to come in on time, if you're going to have the government aid come in on time, if you've already wasted or used up your stimulus checks. I mean, let's be real. Those are things that are coming across our minds, and most of the time it's probably around this time. I think it's what, about 12:30 here my time in the morning, not the afternoon. And usually I'm up even later than that. And I'm sure there's other single moms out there that are up right now along with me because we're just out there busting the grind to figure out what we do for our next steps. That's when I realized that, you know what? I struggled this past week and a half in other areas outside of just my examples I've given you because, I'm going back to school. I'm a university student again. So cool. But it is hard. I'm still a mom. I'm still educating my son and making sure that he's doing what he's supposed to do for schooling. I'm running this business and trying to get all those things, scratch that, not trying, will get all those things, you know, that I desire to have out there that's going to help you. But the bottom line is, regardless of the extra things I want to do to help you, all the fun stuff I want to do to help you, the real core of what I can do is coach you. And that I do have in spades. I know I do because I know greatness is something each of us have. And if you're a single mom out there who thinks that you are not great because you are not sure how you're going to feed your kids or you're not sure how you're going to be stable. I have been there. I've been homeless. I've been where I've given up meals for my son. I've been where I've, had to eat humble pie from people because they didn't really understand what it was. But you know what? We had to suck it up because we had to have what we needed to have, even though it was humiliating or made us feel ashamed of ourselves. And you don't have to live like that. Who said that that is what you're supposed to be doing? Everyone is born with a greatness. It's just a matter of, do we recognize that greatness? Do we foster that? And a lot of the times as we get older, we lose it. We forget it. And we lose our dreams. We don't succeed in our vision. I mean, how many of you single moms right now are so underappreciated and feel disrespected and you're tired and you're exhausted and you're struggling, but you are doing it? Do you not see the gift of the perseverance and the strength that is in you? It's just a matter of the why you're doing it and how. One thing I heard, which speaks volumes, is the reason why we don't succeed in certain things is because we get intimidated by the how. And then we get intimidated about the what that is coming. Why is that? Well, I've developed a program. I've developed a course out of all the things that I've gone through because of things like that to help you understand why and also to help you understand and how to change it. That is what I can do to help you. However, it takes you to be committed. It takes you to want to make that change. And that is discipline. That is your self-discipline. That is something that it comes with practice. Practice does not make you perfect. It makes you perfect at accepting your imperfections. So you work in your excellence at everything you possibly can do. Because if it was just to be perfect, you're going to do what I'm sure a lot of you have done, and I am guilty of the same thing, and that's to procrastinate. That is to keep holding out because it's not right enough, it's not good enough, it's not done enough. And there's a quote that was said that I like by Zig Ziglar, and he says, when you, excuse me, let me make sure. When you do the things you ought to do, when you ought to do them, then the day will come when you can do the things you want to do when you want to do them. And I think that's awesome because, I mean, how many of us want to do what we want to do when we want to do it? That's time freedom. That's financial freedom. That's definitely emotional and mental freedom. It's a spiritual growth in you as well. It's accomplishments. It's what you see as success. It's what you dream about, your vision that you have for you. And I want to help you get there. I want to help you understand how to get there and keep it, and to get that grind that you keep doing, the sacrifices that you are already making. But instead of making sacrifices that are foolish, let me help you get that emotional time and financial freedom without just sacrificing yourself, with learning to self discipline yourself. And trust me, I get it more than you possibly could know. And to be honest, you could know. You could join me and I would share my story with you. You, you can ask me these questions. You can see what I've accomplished. You can see the results also from other people that I've counseled or I teach even to this day in different small groups still, and in women uplifting and faith development. But this right here, this business for fierce single moms, and that is the name of it, Fierce Single Moms, is because you have the right to be fierce. You are fierce. You might have just forgotten just how good you really are and how capable you really are. And that being said, there was another quote that I really liked by Abraham Lincoln, actually. And that one I'm going to have to read because I kind of. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. And that's Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is choosing from what you want now and what you want most. I'm going to take a minute to think about that. I had to think about that. I mean, there's a question that is being asked. I mean, even William Hollis said that he was asked. And many people say, why do you rise? Why do I rise? I rise because I can and I will and I must. I will rise up. You will rise. But I know that it's hard. And I know that sometimes you just don't really know how, or you just need that extra hand to reach back down, not climb all over you to get to the top of the pedestal, but to reach back down to help you. Denzel Washington says it the way I like the most: each one teach one. And I want to help you. I want to teach you how you rise up. I mean, ask yourself that. Why do you rise? If you're struggling so hard, if you're fighting through the woes and the doubt and the pain, that I know clearly how that feels, and the judgment and the naysayers and the doubts and the doubters, all the transgressions of your life, yet you continue to go the next day. Why? Because you need to rise. You know it deep down, you need to rise. You just haven't reached your prosperity. You haven't figured out how to get there. Let me help you how to get there. I am looking for at least 5. I will take more at this point right now, only because of the fact that there is some room, but the spots are limited. But at least 5 women strong enough, ready enough, and willing enough to seek out your fierceness and join the Fierce Coaching Course program that I've developed based off my knowledge and experience and in wisdom, and also just study and the different things that I can provide for you, because going out there to get resources is limiting. You need to become resourceful. It's just the truth. I want to teach you that. I am a mental health and financial literacy consultant because I can help you there. I can teach you what it means to have financial literacy. Do you understand what that means? And it's simply for the fact that, a lot of times we just don't know what we don't know. But you can, and you will, and you must get it now. There's another thing I like. Tony Robbins says, when is now a good time? It's kind of a trick question. That would be now. That'd be now. So let me help you. Join the Fierce Single Moms. I have a free support group right now on Facebook that you can find under my name, or you can find under Fierce Single Moms, as well as join in, and you can contact me directly, DM me to be fierce if you know that you are ready. You need this change. It is time. It is time to build that self discipline. It is time to learn the steps that you need to take to get out of this welfare state of mindset that is holding you and crippling you and hurting you, whether it be from relations, whether it be personal, whether it be depression, anxiety. I'm telling you, I know all of those areas. I can help you get out of those areas, but you have to be willing to take the steps to do it because it is your choice. And you choose your kids. We want to leave them a legacy. So let me show you how you can get there to your prosperity and leave that legacy. Subscribe now to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Again, join Fierce Single Moms, or DM me or message in the comments of this video directly to be fierce if you are ready to join the Fierce Coaching course, which will be launching later this April. Have a good night. Oh, but all you fierce single moms out there, be fierce.